And welcome everybody back to the Ball Guy and the Fat Boy podcast. It has been a minute, but we are back again. Um, that's probably my fault. I'll take the blame for that. I apologize.
Oh,
But how you doing over there, Fat Boy?
I'm doing pretty good. Glad to see your smiling, shining head, and just kind of get back in the saddle a little bit.
I
You've
know,
been
yeah,
signing
we've been talking on the phone. We just hadn't been able to get an episode together. So
it up. You've got kids on vacation and wives and jobs and all kinds of stuff. So it's I mean, if it was up to me, we'd record all the time because I'm never busy. But because you're the technical end of this particular mule, you're always busy. So we kind of got to go by your schedule, which is fine.
we may have to contract some of that out. Get you a little more up to speed so you can be knocking this stuff out.
Yeah,
Get
maybe
the
so.
people the content that they want every day over here.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes, and
Hey,
we'll
I,
keep.
I think a good thing would be 5 minutes with the Fat Boy every day. Just run them through whatever's going on in your day, man.
Well, maybe that might be the name of the segment.
There
Five
you
minutes
go.
with the fat boy.
There you go. Okay, it's podcast gold right there.
And this
I'm
podcast,
writing that down.
5 minutes with the fat boy. Yeah, that's this is the fat boy with 5 minutes. Start the clock.
There you go. Well, I mean, we might as well. I don't know any easy way to go into this, really.
You don't have a
So,
good transition for my does everybody out there know what a does everybody out there in non-union country know what a strike is
well,
and know what a boycott is?
are you wanting me to answer for everybody out there, or what are you looking
Well,
for?
not necessarily. It's more kind of a rhetorical question. And
Okay.
yes, I know the definition of a rhetorical. But here's the deal. I am so fed up with the
Wait, wait,
Dallas.
wait, 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 wait. This is a big announcement, but you don't get to just run this, okay? This isn't just
Well,
boy makes an announcement. No, no, no. So
okay,
let me help everybody out with kind of what's going on, okay?
you give a little context.
Yeah, yeah. A little lead in here because I want everybody to
Hey,
understand that we've been doing this show for a while, and the whole time we've been pretty upfront with everybody about the fact that we're homer biased to the Cowboys and we're Cowboy fans. But
they, nothing in that particular front has changed.
since we
That's
haven't been recording episodes, the other day we were on the phone and I think Fat Boy had an epiphany and
not not
I
an epiphany.
really I think he ate something bad. I think something happened. Maybe he fell down and bumped his head.
No,
But he admitted something to me. Hold on, you admitted something to me that kind of stirred me a little bit, and I could not believe what I was hearing, and I just had to kind of sit back in awe and let you finish the story and kind of put it out there on me. And it was a lot to take in, man. There's a
I
lot to
understand.
take in. So why don't you go ahead and explain yourself and let everybody know why you're turning your back and betraying the Cowboys?
I'm not betraying the Cowboys.
Ah,
I am boycotting, or I am walking out. I'm striking on the Cowboys because I do not like the way the management is running the factory, and dealing in bad faith with this non-winning, non-good throwing, fold like a lawn chair quarterback.
hey, if you don't like the way it's being run, you don't like the organization.
No, I love the organization. I just
The
they
organization is Jerry Jones.
Yep, yes, but my problem with that is somehow that guy has got the wool pulled over poor Jerry Jones's elderly eyes,
Okay. So
and
let me ask you
therefore
this though. Let me
and
ask.
therefore
Okay.
wait a minute, let me
Go
finish
ahead.
what's going on,
Okay.
and therefore with those codicils in place, I am boycotting the Cowboys until they get rid of Dak Prescott. I'm not switching teams forever, only until they get rid of Prescott and it come to their senses. And once they do, I will go right back to my beloved Cowboys. But until then, I like the fact of all the Alabama connections in Houston, the head coach, the linebacker, just everything about what's going on as far as the Alabama connections go in Houston. So therefore, until Dak Prescott is out of Cowboy land, I am an official Houston Texan fan until that day. Now you may go.
I cannot believe what we just put out here on the air. I cannot.
Well, it's not my fault.
No, it's 100% your fault. I mean,
it's not my fault. I can't stomach. I can't take mediocrity anymore.
you're going to be a Texans fan. What are you talking about?
I mean, it goes without saying. Their head coach played at Alabama. There's no mediocre. There's no mediocre thing to the Houston Texans as long as they got an Alabama coach.
Hold on. So who's won a Super Bowl most recently? The Cowboys or the Texans?
Well, I'd have to use my fingers, my toes, and a bunch of other things to figure all that up. So I'll just let you. I guess probably I know it's the Cowboys, but I really don't care right now because it's been so long, and
Okay.
and therefore all I'm saying is I still love my Cowboys. I think you're overreacting to this a little bit, like I'm a communist or something. All I'm telling you is until Dak Prescott, which I think is the chief number one problem of the Cowboys, I'm out, and I'm going to root for the Houston because of the Alabama connections.
Okay, so let me just to understand, you think that our top 10 quarterback is the problem, not our GM or our head coach, or any of those things, right?
That's correct.
Wow. Okay.
And you know, one thing that makes me feel good about this, I have lots of conversations with lots of friends, buddies, friends, and things.
Yeah.
And most of them, believe it or not, they may not go on the air with this because they don't want to be on the air. I just happen to like telling everybody because I like that's one of the things I like being the center of attention, so to speak. Most of all my buddies, except for maybe the exclusion of you, all agree with me.
See, you got to widen your circle of friends. So,
no, I got a plenty wide circle. I just know that.
How can your circle be that wide and there be that many bad opinions in there?
Well, because Dak Prescott stuck, and he's proven it. He's proven it time and time again.
Hold on. What? Look.
NFL.
Would you feel the same way about Dak Prescott if he made $5 million a year?
Yes. Don't care about the money.
Oh, I think the money's the biggest part.
Not for me. I don't pay a dime of it.
I know, but his money stops you from being able to build a better team around him.
Well, that's not my problem. That's Jerry Jones' problem.
I know. That's the GM's problem. Guess what? You had Dak Prescott on a cheap deal for like 3 or 4 years. You know what you did with it? Nothing. You didn't do nothing.
You know why I did nothing with it? Because Dak Prescott couldn't hit water that fell out of a boat, and the fact that he folds like a cheap lawn chair under pressure. He can't win the big game. Those are the reasons why when he was breaking all those records, he was so great.
Yeah.
No, it was a mirage, dude. It was a mirage. You got over there, and all you could do is drink the sand because there was no water. Dak Prescott can't win the big one.
So better quarterback, Dak Prescott, Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy. That's easy. I don't even. He's won something.
What has he won?
An NFC championship.
And
that would make me feel a little better about Dak if I had near the skins on the walls that Mr. Irrelevant had. That's how bad it is. I'm sorry.
You know what? I've missed this. I'll just let everybody. I've missed this. I'm kind of remembering why stuff got too crazy. But yeah, okay. We just put blinders on. You know what? Well, you can't win an NFC championship now because you're rooting for an AFC team. So
Well,
no deal with it.
I'll root for an AFC championship and a Super Bowl for the Houstons until they get rid of Dak Prescott. And I'm not going to feel bad about it anymore.
You're gonna have to, man. I don't know. I don't know how you converted to the armpit of Texas as
I
your team.
converted because of that stench coming out of Dak Prescott's locker room.
Hey, okay, look. Have you seen his latest TikTok? I saw a TikTok the other day to where they were putting the baby to sleep and he was like dribbling his wife like a basketball or something.
Are you asking I watched something with
look
Dak in it?
Yeah.
No,
I,
no.
top 10 quarterback, man. Top 10.
Yeah, maybe in the UFL.
Oh, yeah. You're vaunted next. Gonna take
Yeah.
over the NFL league over there. Yeah.
I'd take AJ McCarron over Dak Prescott.
You take AJ McCarron over Patrick Mahomes because he's an Alabama kid.
No, I wouldn't. That's
Yeah,
dumb.
you would. Don't even act like that.
I mean, Patrick Mahomes is a White House, Texas kid. I'd take him over. That, but I wouldn't take Dak Prescott over anybody.
Because I can't. Well, we're just gonna go a year, 6 months from now, and it's gonna be Jalen Milroe would be the savior of the Cowboys.
Well, I hope so. From
No,
your
there ain't
your,
no way.
your mouth to God's ears. Roll Tide, baby.
No, Jalen Milroe is gonna have a tough
Your
road.
next Heisman Trophy winner. Yeah,
No way.
for sure.
Same kid you were wanting to abandon and put on the bench, kick off the team, take off scholarship after he got routed by Texas. You remember any of that? Now he's a Heisman Trophy winner. He's the greatest thing since sliced bread.
That's right. Roll Tide.
You benched him week 2.
Well, I didn't bench him.
You were calling for it. You were calling for it during the Texas game.
He got benched, but then he got better. So things change. If the Dallas get rid of Dak, things will change.
Why can't Dak change? Milroe changed. Why can't Dak change?
He's incapable of it. He can't win the big game.
What'd your boy win? Nothing. Your argument is not apples to apples here.
Oh, I definitely.
You win the championship and that makes you good, or you don't win the championship and you're not good. So that's the only options here. So any quarterback that didn't win the championship is not good.
I'm pretty sure Milroe won something last year.
What'd he win?
He won the equivalent of the NFC Championship.
Did he win the national title?
No, but that's not all there was to win.
Yeah, that's the only thing that matters. What kind of loser mentality worries about being second, third, or fourth runner up? Who cares about that?
I don't know. You apparently do, because your quarterback, that's his favorite positions.
No, it's not. But I'm just saying, if that's your standard,
until otherwise proved different, it is.
It's just your standards, championship or nothing. If you don't win the championship, you're horrible. And the only time you want to move your goalpost is if it serves your argument against Dak Prescott.
Okay, well, I had that right.
And the bad news is Dak Prescott did not lose that game against Green Bay. So
the NFL is a quarterback driven league. It starts and stops with the quarterback, no matter whether you want to admit that or not. And when they win the game, then the quarterback gets all the praise. When they lose the game, they should get all the blame. And that is the way I'll do it from now to the day I die.
I don't think that's right, man.
That's 100% right. The only reason you don't think it's right because you got blinders onto it, or you're just arguing just for the sake of arguing, because that's the way it is.
Look, this year will be completely different. I can't believe you're jumping off the bandwagon the year Mike Zimmer comes back and we change our defense.
Yeah.
You didn't even give Zimmer 1 year.
I don't need to give Zimmer 1 year. Zimmer can't do it without a quarterback.
Yes, he can. The quarterback is not the reason you lost those games.
Do it if they'll put that first round quarterback that's on the squad in the game. Zimmer might can do it, get it done. Then we got a first round quarterback sitting over there on the bench.
Yeah, you put him down by 30 points, he ain't gonna do nothing either.
Well, we'll see. How do you know until you try? Because I've seen what Dak has to offer, and I don't need to see no more.
Yeah, I know. He's one of the best in the league. Glad you
No,
got to
he's
see it.
not. He's not one of the best. He
10
may be
years
one.
from now, when
He,
we're in quarterback purgatory, I want
he
you
may,
to remember how you jumped over here, and I'll just
he
run
may be one
another
of the
team.
best.
He's so bad.
He may be one of the best fantasy guys in the league. But as far as winning important games, he couldn't hit water if it fell out of a boat.
I mean, he's in the top 10 from other GMs and stuff around the league, man.
Yeah, well, they can all have him. There's about 27 or 28 other quarterbacks. Right this minute, I'd take over Dak Prescott, and he could get him wider than that. Because that don't even count none of the backups I'd go for.
You're so delusional.
I'm
Sports
not.
are great. Sports are great because they enable conversations like this.
Well, they sports may be great, but the Cowboys quarterback suck.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll just agree that you're wrong on this one and move on.
You
So,
can agree all you want to. I'm not agreeing to that.
yeah,
So go, so
you're a
go
Texans
Houston.
fan. You don't have any sway in this anymore. It's fine.
I am until they
You
get
don't,
rid
you
of
don't even
Dak.
get to talk about it. You don't even get to talk about the Cowboys
Oh,
anymore.
that's what I talk about. You may be somebody's daddy, but you ain't my daddy.
Hey, I got the mute button over here, buddy. All
Oh,
right.
well, there you go. See, that's where the technical thing comes in. There you go.
Yeah. All right. So what else are we going to talk about other than you
Well, the
on the
Olympics,
Cowboys?
the opening ceremonies of the Olympics starting tomorrow night,
All right.
and I'm interested in several events.
What's your favorite event? Favorite
Favorite event's
Olympic
hard.
event?
Favorite event is tough.
Well, yeah.
It might be Olympic golf. Might be my favorite.
Really?
Could be. But you got golf and you got archery, you got shooting, you got 3-on-3 basketball, you got women's basketball, you got men's basketball. I'm just giving you all the ones I like.
Yeah, I
You
got
got
you. But hold on. You got to go back because one, these are probably sports, and I appreciate these people's dedication and representing their country. But archery and shooting are not like must see events. That is boring to watch.
no way it's boring to watch. You know how I know that because I've watched it and I know that you never have because of your comment just then. It's
Oh
very
my goodness.
especially and we got some North Texas people in there. So in
Uh-huh.
the art in the target shooting, and it's really fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not impressive. I'm not saying maybe if you were there it wouldn't be cool
Boring,
if you're
boring to
shooting.
boring to watch. If somebody watched run the 10,000 meter race, now that's boring. But
Okay.
watching or a shooter with archery or guns or bow and arrows, that ain't boring.
It is boring to sit here. They've got to get steady, they've got to get set, and then squeeze it off. And you're sitting here just dead air this whole time. I mean,
Well, I like and I like the 3-on-3 basketball. I like them. Now the men basketball, they're gonna have to come together and gel a little bit, or they ain't gonna last long in the tournament after the last couple games I've seen them play.
you better hope
Uh,
KD's leg gets to feeling better.
what they need, but they need to do something.
I
They
think that's
don't.
what they're waiting on. I
They
mean,
look
really.
like, a bunch of good players. They don't look like a very good team to me. I think they've
No,
been.
no, they don't.
I think they've been better off just getting the Celtics team itself, uh, as opposed to.
Yeah, but that would have meant Jalen Brown got to play on it, and Nike wasn't gonna let that happen.
That's true, because they're sponsored by what, Adidas or something.
He is. He's got something else. I forget what it is, but yeah.
Well, I understand what you're saying there. Let me think. I like some of the swimming. I don't like the long swimming. I like the short swimmings. I like some of the gymnastics.
When
I
you
like
say
some of
short swimmings, you're basically just talking about not as many laps, right?
yes,
Okay.
like when they do the shorter distances. I don't care for long distance on anything. Now I want us to win. I want the USA to win those
Right,
events.
but your attention span's kind of short because it's the same thing over and over again right
I
here. I got you.
watch them. Yeah, and then you got long distance rowing, and I do like beach volleyball. Those are good. So just I mean, you got a lot of good. They got a lot of good events that I'm interested in. They got a new event. Breakdancing's an event this year. Of course,
Oh, that goes back to your roots, though. So I mean,
yeah.
that's
Back to my root. I'm not going to watch that, but breakdancing is an event this year. Um, uh, just trying to think of anything major I'm forgetting. I know my wife likes the diving. I don't care for the diving.
okay.
Uh,
Yeah, I watched the diving before.
yeah.
I got in there. I forget which Olympics it was, but I got into water polo a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean, it's inhumane to do water polo. All the horses always drown. So, I mean, I really don't care for that. So,
Don't
uh,
ching. Okay.
yeah, brunch. Just a little water polo humor there for you. Just no, I don't know. It just the Olympics. There are just some events that do it for me, and some. I mean, because I'm watching Ice Cube's League, the 3-on-3,
Mhm.
the big three, and everything. The 3-on-3 in the Olympics is a little different now on the style of it, but it's still very entertaining.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah. So
Who's
do you
the
have
Who's the golf team? Who's our Olympic golf team?
only I know one I know for sure is Andrew Shopley. Uh, he's going back. He won gold last year, and he's going back to defend his title.
Okay.
And he just got through winning at Troon over
Hold on. He won. When did he win gold?
he won gold last year.
No, he didn't win gold last year.
For sure did.
4 years ago.
Last Olympics, you
Okay.
goober.
No,
You just had you just had to correct me. That's
I
all.
didn't know what you were
You're
talking
100%
about.
right. You don't get to hear this very often. You're 100% right. I misspoke.
I hear
You
that more than you think.
That's fine. Just let's move on.
Okay.
Because like 4 years ago, he won the gold.
Okay.
Sweet. Like
Because I remember it being a big deal back when what's his name was like getting a tattoo and stuff like that. Who was that? Oh, the
whatever.
the Puma guy.
The Puma guy. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm
Anyway,
sorry. I'm
yeah.
drawing a blank.
Uh,
Okay, so you
Ricky
got anything?
Fowler. Ricky Fowler uh,
Oh,
was on the Olympic team, and he got the little Olympic thing. He was very proud of that.
you got anything specific you're looking forward to at the Olympics, or not really?
No, no, not really.
Okay, that's fine. I don't. In this podcast goes. I mean, the fact that I'm going to watch. I'm going to try to watch most of those things I mentioned goes to show you I don't have near as much as life as you do. I don't have a bunch of kids,
It
and
gets a little hectic around here sometimes, but that's okay.
so. And then the uh going into Xander Shoffley winning at Troon, winning the what used to be. I like using air quotes a lot, as you already
Okay.
using what used to be called the British Open. Now is just the Open.
Mhm.
That's one of them the Ohio States that are just Ohio State things to me. But we won't argue that too much. Xander Shoffley won that, so he's won two majors this year, and of course um, Scheffler has won two. I think is that right?
You
Am
win
I?
one or two.
I don't know. I know. No, DeChambeau won one. So Shepard's won one. DeChambeau won one, and Shoffley's won two.
There you go.
So yeah. So that's the way it's gone this year for golf. Um, and very the Friday moving day before Saturday. No, Saturday moving day before Sunday championship day there in Troon. It was a rainy, windy mess.
What?
And Shoffley played real steady, and then of course on Sunday, he kind of walked the dog a little bit on him. So I was glad Shoffley won it. He to me
And
he
that's what
played.
European golf is, man.
Yeah, I mean, well, and of course I was talking to another buddy about. I mean, to me them courses they talk about how reverence they are to them and everything, but to me they're just kind of. I mean, I don't mind all the stuff in the fairways and stuff, but I don't like all the undulations and bowls and dips and hollers on a green. That just looks ugly to me. I mean, I know that's European golf and everything, but
Yeah, that makes it more challenging.
it,
You don't just get on a green and okay, you're good. You could be on the green and still have a 100
well,
foot
if
putt.
it, I'm just saying that's not my cup of. I mean, that Earl Grey tea don't do it for me. I'm more of a sweet tea kind of guy. Flat greens.
I like how
So
you tied it into tea, that we were talking about European stuff. I like it.
get tea drinking. I was trying to fit some things in there.
Yeah.
Uh, so of course we got the Cowboys out of the way.
Yep.
Did you see where you probably didn't? I watch Pat McAfee's show every day,
Uh-huh.
and apparently they re-upped him to be on game day. Now he's going to be on there with the goat and Kurt Herb Street and a few other folks, the ones the Dez and the ones that are there. But the goat's going to be on game day this year, so it's very entertaining.
Is it
You
like hurting your feelings that I'm not asking you so you can say Nick Saban's name and I'm
know,
just have to go
everybody
across it?
everybody know out there who the goat is. I mean, I don't have you don't have to say his name.
Hey, you could have been talking about Herb Street.
No, I'm talking about the great and all powerful Nick Saban. So um, he did make this will make you happy. Did you hear Nick Saban's pick for the final
Uh-uh.
for the
I didn't hear it.
Georgia
What is it?
Georgia and Texas,
For what final?
the college football final?
Oh, for the playoffs? So
Yeah, well, yeah,
they're gonna
he's
come out of the 12-team playoff?
Georgia, Texas is who Dick Saban picked to come out of the 12, and he called it early.
He called
And
it early. Man,
yes, and yes, that did hurt me. Uh,
I bet it
uh,
hurt him to say it a little bit.
it might have. It could be reverse psychology. We'll see. I hope it is.
Could be.
Yeah. So I hope it's just reverse psychology.
Either that or he knows your team better than you do. So
Uh, uh, so anyhow, speaking of my team, very
Texans?
no
Oh,
Alabama.
okay.
Roll Tide. Very excited about the college football season. Speaking of college football, and I heard through a little birdie, you did get to do something this last weekend. You got to play the. I haven't got to play this yet because I don't have the new PlayStation 5 yet. But my buddy got to play the new NCAA 25. Would you
Yes, I
like?
did. Yes,
Would
I
you
did.
like to share with the folks your good and bad experiences with that?
Okay, well, let me start off with I didn't take the time to go through any of the dynasty and go and like set up to be a coach or recruit the kids or none of that stuff. While I think that stuff would be fun, I had the PlayStation 5 in the game from a friend of mine for a very limited amount of time. Um, I played a couple exhibition games uh, against the computer and against my kids, and then my buddy come back to get it, and we played a game, and I lost by like uh, 10 points, 15 points, something like that. And he's like, "No, I'll just leave it here, and I'll come get it. I'll come get it in another day or two." So he left it there for 2 more days. And something about this game, I don't know what it is. The graphics are great, the kids are great, the gameplay. I mean, it's probably the best football game I've ever played. Right? So they've made a lot of the things more adaptive. I never got up to the highest level. Like you play as freshman, varsity, all American, and Heisman, and I never got above varsity. Okay, so I don't know what it was with the game. If it just like sensed me and picks up on patterns and makes it tougher, I got noticeably less effective the longer I played the game. I don't know how this happens, but so I started off, I beat the computer pretty handily, played another game, didn't beat it quite as much, but beat it. Played my 9-year-old son and beat him pretty handily. Of course, this first time he's seeing a football game because he doesn't play Madden. So this was his first kind of
Foray.
foray into into a football game like that. He did very well. He picked up on it. Played him. I played my younger 6-year-old son. That matter of fact, he wanted to be on my team, so we were on the same team together, and we still won. Like we were doing good. And then, like I said, whenever that was where I started. When my buddy come over, it's his deal, but he didn't get to play it very much before he brought it to me because he had to go out of town and do some stuff. So we played and he beat me, but not that bad. And then like we played, he had to go after that. So I played another game against the computer, like in the day he wasn't there, and I didn't beat the computer as well. I was kind of struggling and I knew something was going on. I turned the game on like 30 minutes before my buddy come back over to pick it up final time, right? So I got out there and the second play from scrimmage, the computer scored a touchdown on me. And it's like, oh man, something's horribly wrong at this point. Because I was shutting people out, waiting until the second quarter for the computer to score, stuff like that, right? So something's horribly wrong. And I got the ball and I went 3 and out and I had to punt. I said, oh man. So my buddy shows up, I kill that game. We go ahead and start. And when I tell you that he gave me a butt whooping, like, you don't ever even come back from. I told him when he left, I said, look, you just did me the biggest favor. You just saved me $500 on a PS5 and the game. I don't need to play it anymore. I'm done. He put me down to the tune of 49 to nothing. I could not score a point in this game by the time I'd played it 5, 6 times. I'm done. Great game. Love it. It's awesome. I don't have any need to play it anymore.
So, in other words, instead of you conquering the game conquered you.
Oh, the game conquered me 100%.
Okay.
So,
well, I haven't got the pleasure yet. I'm trying. I mean, I'm efforting, but that's all it is right now, just effort. So we'll just keep on efforting and see what happens. But I am jealous of you because I mean, one of the reasons I love PlayStation so much and everything like that is because of that game. Originally, when they quit making it in 13, I was very bummed. I had to convert myself to more of a Madden guy, and I never was really a Madden guy. But I like the college game better, so we'll just see if I can make it work. I haven't yet, but I will go see.
The game's fun. You've got a chance to get back in there and you'll enjoy it.
Okay. Do we have any? Do me or you have anything we need to say about the trade deadline for the Rangers? How the Rangers are playing? What would you do? What would you not do about the Rangers? I mean, you punting, you staying pat, you just waiting and seeing.
I'm punting, but that's I'm not getting rid of major pieces. I'm just kind of saying, hey, look, it wasn't our year. Let's get everybody back, get everybody healthy, and let's see about next year. Now that's my take on it. I don't know how everybody else feels.
And there's there's nothing to say that they couldn't still come out of this with that particular strategy and still win.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you're not breaking up ship or nothing. You're just kind of just slow and steady and see what happens.
I'm looking back to Bochy's time in San Francisco when they went on a run and won every other World Series.
That makes sense.
And I'm perfectly fine with that. Yeah, this year kind of sucks, but if next year we dominate and we go win a World Series and have amazing pitching and our offense is back where it was, I'm A-okay with that.
Okay.
Plus, if they'll keep losing, maybe I can afford to take my kids to a baseball game this year.
That makes sense. But I'm not. It would depend on the player to decide whether I'm standing pat, doing basically keeping my powder dry, to quote a Mark Cubanism, or because I don't. It depends on what pitchers. Because we're getting back Dane Dunning today. We got Scherzer went last night. If we get the rotation going, and we just need something to spark our batting lineup. And there's a guy out there that could do that, and it wouldn't cost a ton. I may be interested in that. But if
It's baseball.
huh?
It ain't our money. If it costs a ton, and he'd help the team spend it.
Well, I mean, I would do it if it wasn't. I mean, it'd be basically a rental, and I don't know if I want to do a rental
No, I
unless
don't
it's a
want to do a rental. If you're gonna go get somebody with a couple years left
yeah.
to stay here for the
So,
run.
so I all that to say, I haven't give up on the Rangers. Still doing something this year.
Okay.
I just I would like to see a little bit more out of the batting lineup, and maybe when Young comes back officially, and everything gets back in the swing of things, maybe they'll come on and pull it off like they did last time. Last year they kind of backed into the playoffs last year.
Yeah, but they had a big lead. They were, I mean, if you remember, their first of the year last year was hot.
All right. Well, this year's the first of the year has been terrible. Maybe it'll transition.
Yeah, well, I mean, I also think there's some hangover from the World Series.
I mean, could you? I mean, I can't use my phone. Can you see how many games we are back right now?
Oh, you want me to look and see?
Yeah. What are we? Where are we sitting in the standings as of today? Because I know we won. I think we won 3 in a row against the White Sox. Where are we standing in the standings? You're keeping your powder dry, and I'm keeping powder dry unless there's just that one guy out there. Where are we at?
All right, let's see. The Rangers are 2.5 games back of Houston.
Oh, we ain't putting. We're going for it. We're only 2.5 games back. Shoot, we're one or two players away. I think based off that, what you just said there, I've changed my theory altogether. I say slam on the gas and go for it. Go get what makes your team go over the top and race Houston to the finish line. You're too close not to, ain't you?
Okay, well, you're five
Ask
spots out of the
that,
wild card.
that last one was a question. You're too close. With 2.5 games back, you're too close not to do that, right? In your opinion, or not?
See how the next couple weeks play out. When's
But I
when's
mean,
the deadline? When's the deadline?
you'd have to look that up too. That's
Okay,
uh,
either way, I would wanna see it play out a little bit more, but again, you're
but
within striking distance is what that means, so
yeah, games you can make. I mean, because you play Houston a lot,
right,
you
a good week could make up for everything.
can make up for everything. You could be right. You could be right back in the lead with one series against Houston.
Yeah,
I mean,
or you could go down there, have one series against Houston, and realize that your season's pretty much done.
that's true too.
Yeah.
But I mean, but there's no. I mean, we're 2.5 games back. You go play 3 game series and sweep them in a 3 game series because you got your bats back and your pitching back. You're right back in you go. You don't. I mean, you capitalize and you hit it right. At
Yeah,
least I would.
yeah, I think you're
Okay.
right. I mean, you're
Yeah.
I think you're right there
Did
within striking distance.
I mean, did you know going into this conversation they were only 2.5 back?
No, I
Last
thought
time
they were farther back. Yeah,
last time I looked, they were 5 back.
so there you
Um, so anyhow, so I guess
we need to pay more attention to the Rangers.
yeah, we do. But I have an excuse. You don't have an excuse.
Okay,
You know my excuse, right?
because you don't get Bally's.
Yes, correct.
It's
But you do, correct?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, correct. So we'll make sure we got that clarified. Um, you do know the Mavericks picked up Spencer Dinwiddie.
Yep.
Okay. How does that move your needle? How does that blow your skirt up?
I think it helps. I mean, I kinda hated to see him leave in the first place, but
Uh, just helps off the bench.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, 6
helps
man.
helps off the helps as a backup.
He's a good
Um,
6 man. I mean, when he was here, you
uh,
know
yeah, and his shooting was better here. I think he needs to get back with these coaches that helped his shooting a little better.
yeah.
Before
Good.
before he went to the purgatory of the Nets. Uh, let me think. Um, or is there any? I mean, or can you think of anything I'm forgetting as far as in the great one? I mean, we could talk about a little WWE. I mean the bloodline, which I know you can't add much to this, but the bloodline's kicking. They're getting ready to go into SummerSlam. the Bloodline versus Cody Rhodes. You got the CM Punk versus McIntyre. You got you got a lot of storylines going into SummerSlam, which is a big deal to wrestling people. I mean, there'll be the SummerSlam, there'll be 70,000 people at that thing. So, and if I wouldn't have went blank just now to tell you where SummerSlam is, but I just went blank, so I don't remember.
You know, the most interesting thing that I've seen, and just because it pops up on like reels and stuff like that. Um, so what's the deal with who is it? Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
his deal? What's he got going on right now?
Well, Dominiqu's in a love triangle with uh, with the world champion and mommy and everything, and he's kind of channeling his faux Uncle Eddie. He trying to take up. I don't know if you know Eddie Guerrero, but Eddie Guerrero was his god uncle godfather and everything, and they were in a storyline when Dominic was a kid, and so Dominic's been Dominic's daddy's Rey Mysterio, and he's been in the wrestling business for well over 20, almost going on 30 years. So he did a storyline when he was just a small kid with Ray and Eddie as Eddie was the illegitimate father to Dominic back in the day. So now Dominic's picking up the mantle, is being trying to pick up Eddie Guerrero's mantle, so to speak, and play the Eddie Guerrero part a little more because he's already over a foot taller than his daddy. His daddy was always real short, but a badass. So nothing to take away from Rey Mysterio. He's multi-time world champion. But Ray's kind of your quintessential shit heel. Kind of a hit you and run away kind of heel. So,
Ray is?
huh?
Ray is the daddy?
No,
Oh,
Dominic. Did I
Dominic.
say
Okay.
Dominic? Yeah, say Dominic if I didn't. I'm glad I got the correction police over there.
Yeah, that's what I'm here to make sure we don't
Yeah,
confuse
sure.
anybody.
I stay on my P's and Q's, but yeah, he's in a love triangle with him. With Rhea
Who did
Ripley.
you say, mommy?
Yeah, that's what he calls her. Eddie used to call his women Mamacita. That's a. I'm only quoting Eddie Guerrero when I say that. I don't want any hate mail. Like that. So the just highly entertaining stuff. Well, for me, because I'm a WWE guy and that kind of thing. I'm sitting here I'm racking my brain trying to think of any other major storylines that we're forgetting. I mean, we don't normally go in and talk about politics on this show, so we're not going to start now. We don't.
Oh, you didn't want to have a
Oh
political segment? I'd let you have a political segment.
no, I don't want to have political segment. But I will make mention the there's a bull ride in the Wildcatters in Oklahoma. They're having the team series is this weekend is in Oklahoma. So it's on Merit TV, and will be on
Where's it at in
CBS.
Oklahoma?
Yeah, it's the Oklahoma Wildcatters. They're in Oklahoma because they do home dates for each team.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, where's it at?
I think it's Oklahoma City, but I can't testify in court to that. So let's pretend like for this conversation in Oklahoma City.
Okay.
Okay.
I was just thinking you ought to run up there. I mean,
Yeah, I would like to. I just don't have. I don't. I mean, if I had that kind of money, I'd already have a PlayStation.
oh, come on. Going to
Yeah,
the live event would be more important than a PlayStation.
not to me. I want to play 5, whether you suck at it or not.
I do. I do.
Okay.
I know, man, when I got older, I could just tell you, like video games now, my eyes will get dry. I can't hardly see. I'll have a headache afterwards. I don't know what it is. I'm
I,
telling you.
I know exactly what it is, but I won't say it on
No,
this
what
podcast.
is it? What is it?
I mean, you said it at the beginning of your statement. When you got older,
Yeah.
everything slowed down. When I turned 40, what am I now? I'm 47 now. When I turned 42 overnight, my eyesight went from being able to see to being able to wear glasses.
You in bifocals now, or are you just in one?
Not bifocals, but I mean, I did some pretty strong things to see up close, and that didn't before when I was 40. That wasn't the case.
Yeah, I made it to 40. I think I made it to 41 before I had to get bifocals.
So there you go. I ain't got the bifocals yet, but I'm working on it. Any other sports related topics where you can think of?
No, I think that's about it. I think this
Yeah,
was just a nice little reintroduction. Now that we can
yeah.
get going, maybe get a little momentum.
But
Thank you to
I am
everybody out there that missed us. We appreciate
I
y'all.
I do like the idea of starting to do 5 minutes with the fat boy once a week. So I'm gonna start putting those out there. 5 minutes with the fat boy starting this next week. I'll kind of probably try to do those on Friday to get an accumulation of things that have happened during the week. So that's all coming from me thinking about it in the short time we've been on here. So we're gonna start 5 minutes with the fat boy maybe this Friday.
We'll get that going on. We'll have to figure
Not,
out.
to, not tomorrow, a week from tomorrow.
I'm gonna have to get you set up. We need to get you a Fat Boy account.
Yeah, so
On
you don't
there.
have much. Is that what we're
Yeah, so
saying?
you could just post directly to it.
Yeah, I figured that's what that meant.
You know what we need to do? We need to call it. Like we could start a campaign for make the Fat Boy famous.
I would give anything to be famous. I should be famous as
Be
far as
careful on that. Be careful on. I would give anything to be famous.
I would be anything.
No, no, no.
Okay, maybe I wouldn't. Maybe
You don't know what comes with fame, buddy. You may want to
you want
back a little bit.
to back off that.
Huh?
Think I may want to back off that statement.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Uh,
When the
well,
weirdos
that's all I
are out
got.
there parked at the road, sitting there watching your house just to see what your food order is when you get pizza delivered, stuff like that. Yes, sir.
I need to make an honorable mention about something now that you've talked for a little longer.
Okay.
We need to honorable mention. We do. It won't be long. We got kids starting back around here. It won't be long before we be getting into high school football.
Okay.
As much as we won't be covering our individual favorite teams, we will. I mean, at least I will be. I don't know what you do. I will be going to. I will be going to some high school football games because that's just how I do things. So it won't be long before we can be getting some high school football as well. And once you I mean high school football and then college and then the NFL, that's the whole you get to see the whole marination of it. And I really like that. So we got that coming up too. I wanted to get that in there while I was thinking about it.
Yeah. No, we'll get you. We'll probably get you a Friday night segment on high school football. I think that would be right up your alley.
I would love to do something like that. I mean,
Yeah, we're getting back into it, so this would
I'm
be
already a full time drop in over on the ranch, 104.1 The Ranch over there with Pigskin and Bob over there.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So and yeah, and we talk once a week on that radio station over there, and it's that radio station is based out of Longview and Tyler. So and they talk to I go by a different name on there, but I go by my God given name over there, not the Fat Boy, but still I'm on that radio station every week during high school football season.
Well, that's good. So, see, high school football season's coming up. Everything's winding up. We're gonna have to get a lot of stuff organized and get it coming. We're gonna be bringing you lots of new stuff. The Fat Boy is gonna be all over the place. I'm telling y'all, we're gonna come up with hashtag make the Fat Boy famous.
Literally and figuratively. The Fat Boy being all over the place is literally and figuratively.
Okay, well, that's interesting.
You got bugs?
Yeah, yeah. No, I got attacked by something. All right, so that's gonna be the show for today. So I can get out of here before I get stung. Oh, man. So like, subscribe. Thank y'all for hanging with us. Like I said, we appreciate everybody that called us and let us know that they were missing us. And we're gonna get it together. I think we're finally to a point to where we can get some stuff organized. I'm gonna get the Fat Boy set up with some some technology over there on his own to where he can knock some stuff out even when I'm not available. And we'll see where the year takes us. Be waiting for big things to come. Anything to add, Fat Boy, before we get off of here?
Roll Tide.
All right.